your friends all have to say.
Yeah, I don't remember that song. Sylvia Robinson did that song, Pillow Talk, a long time ago in the 70s. And so, yeah, I had to re-record it and come out with my own version. Welcome to Pillow Talk with Angela. I've been waiting for this night because these lauded actors and the playwrights, they are all here and they're talking about the return of Rotten Apples to the DMV. They're going to be performing in Bowie coming up really soon, and they're here to pillow talk with us. So ladies first, let's bring the beautiful and talented Vanessa Simmons. Hi, Vanessa.
How are you?
I'm well. You look so pretty. Thanks for coming tonight.
Of course. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
I'm excited you're here too. And let's bring on one of your colleagues who shares the stage with you, the very talented. I was trying not to fan out over here, but I'm just going to let it all hang out. I'm such a fan. Dorien Wilson.
Angela, stop it. Stop it. You act like we never met. You look so great. You haven't aged at all. You look amazing.
Thank you so much. You're so kind. It's been a long time since I've seen you. Yeah. But I can't wait to see your stage play. And I've just been reading about it. I haven't seen it. I'm just learning about it. And I'm going to have to pick the playwright's brain. So please welcome Barry Battles.
How are you? Thank you. Thank you for meeting us.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I know. I'm going to clap for you too, Barry. Barry Battle. Now I have some family with the last name Battle. I wonder if we're related. They're from North Carolina.
Oh, mine too, Rocky Mount.
Oh, I don't know exactly where they're from in North Carolina, but I'll do some research. You could be my cousin.
Yeah, we kind of look alike. You never know.
I know. We got the curly hair, same complexion. Who needs 23andMe? Wow. Welcome back. I want to know all about the play. As I said, I haven't seen Rotten Apples yet, but I did read a little bit about it, and it looks like an amazing concept. Before we get into all of that, would you guys comment on the pillow talk topic just to get things started and loose and open? Dorien?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you mean. I love pillow talk. Well, so every week we have a different relationship topic. Some are provocative. This week it's not. It's not bad at all. It's life stuff. And so we've been talking about just, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Absolutely. And we're just right. And we think so differently. So I got into this conversation. You're like, where are we going? Okay. So I don't know if either of you have been, on either side of this, but sometimes you could be with a woman with a guy, and she could look like Vanessa. She could be one of the most beautiful women in the world. But he is still craning his neck, looking at the next pretty lady who's walking by, which women feel pretty disrespected when that happens. Right, Vanessa? Or
yes, but there, with the age of social media and everything going on, there are pretty people everywhere. And I think it's just going to have to come down to your self-confidence and the confidence you have in yourself.
Absolutely.
Knowing that sometimes they're going to look. It can feel very disrespectful. Don't get it wrong. You only want your man's attention on you. But, it comes down to confidence and knowing as long you can look, but don't pursue. That's.
I like that.
Not thinking in that way. But there's pretty people everywhere. And it's just, we can't escape it now. Everyone's posting gorgeous photos and
yes,
you're beautiful. I can say it. I can respect another woman and say, hey, you're gorgeous, and not feel anything at all, and be comfortable if my man says, oh, this person's attractive, as long as we're not thinking the other way.
Well, does it depend on what that look looks like, though? What if he's really staring, and then she looks back and he's still staring, and it just kind of a long.
That's disrespectful.
That's
disrespectful. There is a way that you can do it, but it's just like Vanessa said, it's all about self-confidence.
Yeah.
And that chemistry that you and your partner have. the relationship and the understanding, because there are beautiful people everywhere. So you're naturally going to look, but like you just said, if it lingers and then it's pursued, that's a problem. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Barry?
Yeah, same thing. You have to have that self-discipline and also trust that your spouse isn't going to do anything.
Trust.
Yeah, definitely. Trust is a big thing, because like Vanessa said, everybody's beautiful nowadays. You can look, but don't pursue.
I love it.
Well, not everybody's beautiful, right? Not everybody.
Right. That's true.
That is true.
Guys, everyone's beautiful in their own way. Everyone is uniquely beautiful.
Oh, Vanessa,
In their own way.
In their own way. I love it. Now, Vanessa, I'm so happy to meet you. And is it true? Are you Reverend Run's daughter?
I am Reverend Run's daughter. I hail from the house of Reverend Run.
And so I just want to talk about that a little bit, because I've seen you on television and you're so talented and in your own right. And you're definitely carving out your own name. I'm Vanessa. So regardless of who I'm related to. But how's that work for you? I mean, is it a positive all the time, or is it like you're trying to get from under your dad's shadow sometimes, or how's that working?
It's definitely sometimes I feel like the pressure to want to do as well, or be able to give to my family name, add to the legacy in some way. But I never look at it as trying to get from underneath the shadow, just adding to the legacy and being inspired completely by where I come from and all the greatness that has come before me, and just wanting to add to it. So if anything, it's inspired me over the years to want to strive to do better and to do more and to be my best version of myself. So yeah.
I love it. You're so wise, Vanessa. And that is the best possible way. You hear about these stories all the time, right? With someone who's related to someone who is just over the top successful and just a big name and big feature in their home. And they also want to do it, but it's like a hindrance, where you're saying you want to honor your family's legacy and just keep it going.
Absolutely. I have my dad's gold records all throughout my house, and, pictures from him performing in the 80s. And, I let my daughter see all those things, and we just feel inspired by them. So never a hindrance, always just inspiration.
That's beautiful. I love that. And thank you to the people who are chiming in. Oh, that's my Aunt Roxy. She said hello, my she's watching. Love you.
Roxy.
And Roger James is a brilliant artist, painter. And he does a whole lot of portraits. Listen, Roger, you've got some beautiful faces to choose from today. But he is, commenting, disrespect has many levels depending on the companion. And his question for all, how does your significant other deal with dating or being married to someone in the spotlight? Ooh, good one. Anyone care to tackle that one?
Yeah. It's difficult. It's difficult. Like I said, you have to have somebody that's super strong, confident in themselves, and have their own thing going on. I think if somebody is lackluster and they're not doing anything, they're focused on what you're doing, and that becomes a problem then. And it can cause a big problem. So
they have to have a life.
Yeah.
And confidence. Anyone
Absolutely.
else chime in on that?
Comes down to trust. And knowing your partner and the boundaries you guys have set for each other and your relationship, how much respect you have for your relationship. So it's all an internal thing, what's going on inside the house and the respect you guys have for each other.
And that takes work. It's not a given. And I think so many young people today are so easily, this situation happened and they're ready to give up and, move on. But a relationship takes work, period, and to throw a celebrity in the mix, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
It does. I second that motion. Yeah.
What he said, what she said. Yeah, you guys nailed it.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about rotten apples and
Please.
very battle. You know, I mean, to write a play. I mean, I can't even imagine that's you know, all kinds of artistry. And you're coming from an acting background yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yep. So I started in theater, watching my mom on the stage, and you know, my inspiration for writing it started through music. You know, I was a hip hop artist, so in my storytelling, I was doing a lot of storytelling in music and everything. And then how this play came about, I actually had a rotten apple enter my life. You know, and he started giving me all of these different ideas. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. You know, and then that's how we formed Rotten Apple. But yep.
Okay, so to not give the whole thing away,
Right.
could you just give us like a basic idea? I mean, I have not seen it,
Sure.
and I don't understand the reference of, you know, other than of course when someone says
Right.
one bad apple. But
Yep.
could you just give us like a synopsis, like
Oh,
overview?
yeah, for sure. So it was this thing called the Black Arts Movement in New York from 1965 to 1975. In this stage play, it follows John Smitty. He used to be a professional boxer, but boxing retired him. So now he's depressed and he's just trying to find his way again. And he finds out that his best friend Lucas does music. So this is like his second chance at like success. So now he wants to manage his best friend Lucas and sell his house without his wife's consent. So there's a lot of arguing going on and everything. But the crazy thing is he doesn't know how to sell a house. So a rotten apple enters his life and promises him everything he wants to hear. We could sell this house for $80,000. We could do this. We could do this. And now his faith is tested. And now we have to see what he does.
Woo! Oh my gosh, the intrigue. Like, oh my God.
But there's so many different stories within Rotten Apple that each story can stand alone on its own as their own play.
Ooh. And so, Vanessa, tell me about your role.
My character, Samantha Huckleby, she's escaping a very toxic relationship. And I feel like this story really follows, you know, an African-American group of people in 1965 and their different challenges and how they're all pursuing their version of the American dream. And Samantha's American dream is what every woman, even to this day, is searching for: love, that kind of storybook love, that family. And, you know, she set out on a new beginning after losing her dad, and she's on the search for love and, you know, all the challenges that come along with that, and possibly getting entangled with the rotten apple. So
goodness.
Deep. Yes.
Ooh, I love it. And Dorien, tell us about your role.
Well, I play Lucas, who is the best friend of John's. And Lucas is a great guy. He's fun-loving. He likes his liquor. And he's kind of a follower to John. He's going through some things at his job, work-wise. So he focuses on his music and creates this amazing song. John hears it, and he wants to manage me and take us to New York and become these big stars at our old ass ages.
Okay.
And you know, so the rotten apple comes in and kind of disrupts things and puts a monkey wrench in things. But the most important thing is it's truly about family. And that rotten apple is that negativity, and it can show its face in all different types of forms. Yeah. And if you let that rotten apple in your life, it can be very cancerous to everybody involved, you know. So I think that's one of the things that I have, why I have longevity, is because I've always surrounded myself with very positive people. I can spot somebody right away who is negative, who, you know, is so willing to pull you down, but on the other side is smiling in your face, you know. So you just got to be careful and keep family close, and you're good friends.
Yeah. Well, at least the family members who aren't rotten apples. because sometimes the family can get you too. So
Absolutely.
right? I mean, so what's interesting, it sounds like with the stage play, there's a message. There's a message, and it's not far from reality. I mean, this is, everybody's reality to some point. Is that right, Barry?
Yes, ma'am, it is. And at the end of the play, I just want everybody to have gratitude and empathy towards these characters, because at the end of the day, we all have a rotten apple inside of us. We all have that soft spot. It may not be as much as others, but we all have it. And we have to look in the mirror sometimes and just see exactly what it is so that we can make the world a better place.
I love that. So obviously you're surrounded by positive people as well. I'd imagine just, like when you're writing a book or when you're writing everything, there has to be, some kind of an arc, and then, the point at the end. This isn't your first play, right?
It is.
Oh, it is your first one.
Yeah.
How'd you learn how to do this?
Studying, just writing. It took 10 years though.
Okay.
So it wasn't overnight. It took 10 years. And I have 5 other plays that I'm actually writing right now, but this one took 10 years. This is my first baby. So, we're trying to get it all the way to the top,
And good for you. And, just on behalf of all the actors with this actor strike that's going on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
I
off.
was just going to ask you and Vanessa how you two are doing.
For me, I am so excited to be on stage.
Yeah.
This is the thing that I love to do, and to be able to play with your friends and just have a great time. It doesn't feel like work at all. But this is a beautiful outlet for right now. While this horrific thing is going on, there are so many people who are out of work who don't have the opportunity to still do their craft or make money. So I'm excited to be on stage.
Yeah, I feel the same exact way. It's been a few long months. And so to be able to be creative and still be pursuing our crafts and being able to get on stage, which is where I fell in love with acting to begin with, is such a blessing. And I am really looking forward to playing with everybody.
That's beautiful. Well, before we let you go, what is it that you want people to know most about your characters that you're playing that might not necessarily be in your script? Like if you were to describe, I don't know, just like the most inspiring thing that you get out of your character, each of you.
I would say that Samantha is a hopeless romantic, and, she so desperately tries to fix the men that she's with, even if they're not perfect. She's just so desperately in search for that dream that, she sees beyond the flaws. And I really want to be able to translate that on stage and bring that part of her heart out into the words.
I love that. Dorien?
Lucas is such a great cat. I love playing this character to death. He needs to put down the bottle, but he has big dreams also, and he really thinks that that his music is going to take him to the next level. But the thing that I want to say is that Barry has wrote these characters so beautifully that everybody is going to walk away going, oh my God, I got an auntie just like that. Oh, that's my uncle. Ooh, that's my dad right there. So you'll all be able to relate to somebody. And there's a message, there's several messages in there. So what you listen and what you get out of it is what you're going to take away. But I think everybody's going to have a different message.
I love it. And Barry, for those like myself who haven't seen it.
Yep. So of course it's set in 65, but this is a timeless piece. Everybody can relate to it, even in modern day. And honestly, any ethnicity can relate to it as well, because this is in every culture, every family, and I just want people to cherish your family. That at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to.
That's what it boils down to. I love that. thank you all so much for taking the time to hang out with us tonight. And you're even such good sports. Chiming in on the pillow talk. That's amazing. So
well, thank you so much, Angela. It's so great to see you. You look amazing, and we appreciate you having us here.
It's my pleasure. And you look good too. You all do. You made my whole day. Really amazing. I want to encourage everyone, go out. You're going to be in Bowie, right? It's September. Who's
16th
September 16th and 17th.
At the Bowie State.
So Bowie Center for Performing Arts. You can get tickets at www.blnkent.com and click events. Everything is right there for you.
I like it. Barry you came through with the
right.
He's like, I'll tell you what you need to do. That's fantastic. And, everybody these days, we're looking for some great entertainment. And as we talked about before, with the actors strike, there's a whole lot of reruns. So I think it's a great opportunity to take for the whole family, right? It's family friendly.
Yes.
Take the whole family, support these great actors. Love you guys. Thank you for being on Pillow Talk with Angela.
Thank you.
Continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you guys for watching Pillow Talk with Angela. That's going to do it for us. And wow, you heard it. You saw it. Make sure that you check out their play. I know I want to. I can't wait to check out the Rotten Apples. And maybe it'll be sitting right next to you. We'll be screaming together. Have a great night. Bye.